Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overfraught heart and bids it break. There's a recognition in those words by William Shakespeare that says, I accept your grief, I honor your grief. It is safe for you to sorrow and to express your grief. And that's not always how it is in this world. Every person on this planet has suffered with some form of grief, whether it's the loss of a loved one, or whether it's a grief that's not related to death, but related to loss. The loss of a friend, or the loss of community, or the loss of one's sense of purpose or meaning in life. There are countless numbers of ways that we lose things, that we mourn, and that we grieve in our lives. To give sorrow words means that grief needs some form of expression, and also grief needs to be witnessed. And this is not in order to quote unquote heal yourself or move on or find the gift in grief or any platitudes that may float by on or through your world, but simply to honor your grief, to give honor to your grief, and to connect to love, to honor your love that you may feel was lost or changed or rearranged. Give sorrow words says to give expression to your grief. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers to the overfraught heart, because when you don't give expression to your grief, it can be another burden to the heart that is already hurting, and it can bid it to break. And it says break. Grief needs a witness, whether that is through words on a piece of paper that you get to see and witness yourself, or through community. There's often not enough community, not enough people today who will willingly sit with the pain or the suffering of one's broken heart. People don't know how to do that today. But it is an important endeavor, important thing to do, to simply be able to sit with someone's pain, to let them give their sorrow words. So, this beautiful quote by William Shakespeare, take it to heart. If you are grieving in your life through some sort of loss, give it expression and find a witness to be with you as you grieve. I'd like to say that people think, one and done, like a year and your grief is over if you've lost someone, or there's all these time constraints on grief. Grief can be a part of a spiritual path. It can be part of our lives forever. It is part of our lives forever. It's just one that we like to tuck in the corners. Honor your grief and let it help you connect to love. In the next video, I'm going to talk about ways to do that. How do you give your grief expression and find a witness? Thank you for listening today. Subscribe to become part of the community. I'm Elizabeth Wells, and this channel is Create Peace. Have a good night.